What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys, well, with another market watch today. So, everyone's really excited about Dogecoin. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it already. If you haven't seen it, Dogecoin is rising with value. And it's basically a meme coin. And I don't know when did it start, a couple of days ago probably. The entire internet decided to buy out a meme. To own a meme. And somehow, ironically, looking at cards like Shiba Warrior Tarot, a card that kind of represents Dogecoin, the Shiba Inu, this card with a $16 market price, well, looking up here on TCG Player, it's also rising in value. It has a market price of $35, and it's slowly rising even higher than that. I'm not sure if this is people are doing this in conjunction with the meme coin, but this card definitely is still rising higher than its current market price value. If you guys are interested in buying Dogecoin, I'll put a link to my Robinhood down below. If you guys want to buy some Dogecoin and get involved in a meme with everybody else, it's just, yeah, it's crazy, man. And I'll be honest with you, I spent $350 a couple of months ago, and that $350 right now is roughly around $5,000 in Dogecoin. I just like memes myself, but I didn't think it was going to be anything huge. But once again, it's the internet. If you guys know what happened with the whole thing with GameStop, well, it's kind of happening again, except the entire internet is just losing their mind, and Elon Musk is also memeing with everybody. Alright, less fun news for anybody that bought Seal Ghosts in the past. Ghosts in the Past prices are tanking. Comment question of the day. Did you go and buy any singles yet? Did you see the prices and say, well, Remus was like $40-something the other day, and now it's $24. I'm going to buy me Dragoony Remus? Was that you? Or are you waiting? Because think about it. The prices of media are available for everybody to list here on TCG Player. And everybody is selling. Everybody's running to these prices. So what are you doing with that? Now, I told you yesterday, I'll say it again real quickly. If you are looking to buy singles in Ghosts in the Past, do not do it yet. The prices are going to tank as more and more players open this product. And starting this Monday, we're going to come back and look at Ghosts in the Past and really evaluate it. Even the most expensive card in the set, Ghost Red Dark Magician, is currently at $600. And you might go, V, that's a lot of money. Yeah, it was way higher than that less than 24 hours ago. But now more and more people are listing that card, and it's $600. Don't get me wrong, if you pull a Ghost Red and Ghost in the Past, you got good value. Even at the lowest valued one, Crystal Wing Single Dragon currently, it's at $280 and tanking. By the way, the market price is almost near $380. That's insanity. Look at the rest of the cards. I mean, you got Bluest Return of White Dragon being $365. Black is a Soldier Chaos, okay, being roughly around $400, down from $455. Firewall Dragon being at $320, down from $395. And Dark Magician, which I believe was roughly around $700. Someone, if you guys comment below, let me know. You go back and watch check the video yesterday and check it out. But and now it's $600. So once again, comment question of the day. Let me know, have you bought any singles? I'll tell you right now, I'm not buying anything until, well, maybe after this weekend. We'll come back and evaluate what should we buy, what should we not buy, because it's still good value in Ghosts in the Past. It's just not in buying Seal, unless you want to have fun and play the lottery. And if you do, good luck. Bless your pulls. Guys, on the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, and make sure to hit the notification bell whenever I do my live streams on this platform. Or if you want to see me live stream my Shaddoll Invoke deck, which is an insane deck, by the way. We'll talk about that, something about a card I use about that later on in this video. Go ahead and follow me on Twitch, Twitch.tv_YGO_Paisano. Links will be down below. Go check that out. It's crazy. I'm going to have my deck profile coming up later on this channel as well. So, looking at the cards, Remus is the most expensive card at Ghosts in the Past, and it's $24. A box of Ghosts in the Past, by the way, sells on TCG Player. One box for roughly around $24. Then we have Evenly Match being roughly around $15 and tanking. I'm really excited to see where this Evenly Match goes, because I don't think it's going to stay there for long. We also have Neo Shaddoll Genius, well, the fourth most expensive card in the set. It's $5. Of course, how can I not skip over Red Supernova Dragon with a $9 market price? Once again, these prices are horrible, and we're in day one. We're in day one, and the prices have just like tanked immediately. Here's a good example. Months ago, when everyone's freaking out about Ghosts in the Past, you could have bought Dogecoin. Yes, it was a meme coin, but you could have bought it, okay? Or you could have bought a case of Ghosts in the Past. If you bought Dogecoin, you'd have roughly around $4,000 to $5,000, depending on what time you look at the coin, right now as of this video. If you bought Ghosts in the Past, you have a beautiful looking box, a lot of excitement to see what you can pull, more than likely you will not make as much as you make in a meme coin. That's how bad Ghost in the Past is. I know I'm just adding on top of everyone else adding on in the community about how bad this set is, but it's only going to get worse. This is day one prices and they've already tanked. That's insane. I will say though, it's also an opportunity for everybody out there that's like, V, I want to make value on Ghost in the Past. What can I do to get that value? Well, to be honest with you, there's a lot of good cards, but they're still overpriced. I mean, E-Telly at 276 is a great... E-Telly itself, ultra rare, is a phenomenal card that I do think... I 100% know has good value. But do you buy E-Telly now at 276? Day one release prices? No! This card's gonna be $1. Then you go in like a sniper, and you grab that bad boy. You bag it up. Because that's a great card, not right now, but keep an eye on that one. We also have Heroic Seal Heavenly Spears, a phenomenal card. A card I think is a great buy. It's an ultra rare, and the original print ultra rare is still worth them way more money. You can buy Heroic Seals Heavenly Spears, but do not do it yet. Once again, it's currently $2.50, and I definitely think it has good value for the future. Sunvines. I always call them Sen Avalons, was I? Anyway, Sunvines is an insanely cheap deck core that I want so badly. I'm really excited to see what this deck can do. I'm really excited to buy the core of this deck, and I'm really excited to play with this deck. Once again, we don't buy it yet, but it's a great deck core. Phantom Knight Fogblade is another amazing card. Hold on a second. Let me give you a little bit of example of why I think this card is a great card to buy. Just not yet. The common version of Fogblade is $5. The ultra rare Wing Rays is $8. The secret rare is $14. And the ultra rare out of Ghost in the Past, $2.50. This is going to stay low, by the way. The reason why this price is not going to adjust for a while, because everyone and mother opened Ghost in the Past. We know that because the prices of Ghost in the Past was selling at $1,500 a case. Imagine those people opening that Ghost in the Past. What do you think they're going to do? Are they going to sit on their investment? Well, that would be a more rational and reasonable thing to do. But what we're going to see with most people is they're going to go, I just spent $1,500 on this goddamn set. What am I going to do? I got an idea. Open, sort, sell it, get it out of here as fast as possible to recoup some of that income. I'll be honest with you, if you're deep in, I'm talking like knees deep into Ghost in the Past, okay, balls deep, open, sort, don't sell. That would be the smart thing to do. Why? Well, you can take that set, throw it in these BCW boxes, and if you don't need that money immediately, as time goes on, there will be value in the set. Cards will rise in value. And you just slowly take it out, pop it in the market. So you will, at the very least, well, I don't think you can maybe make $1,500. Maybe you will. But at the very least, you'll be able to recoup some of that investment. More than you would if you try to do it right now, because everyone is dumping on this. Vampire Voivode is $1. It's not bad. I don't know if it's going to be good, but I have a Vampire deck core, and I'm kind of excited to get this new card to it. This is how I do it. I get it. I put in a sleeve. I get 3 of them, put in a sleeve, okay? And then I get my Vampire deck core, and I look at it, and I go, yeah. Put it right there, slap it in a deck box, and I put it away. That's how I do it. And I'm probably going to do the same with Vampire Voivode. I'm not sure if you run 1, 2, 3. I don't care. It's $1. Who cares? We got a bunch of other cards over here, obviously, with Time Thieves being in here. They're roughly around $2 for Adjuster. Meteor Black Comet Dragon is yet another very interesting card at a Ghost in the Past, because the original print Ultra Rare at Invasion Ventures is $20, and this card's currently $1. That's insane. This card, I think, definitely has good value in the future, and not because of value of, like, playability value. The original version had playability value. Value because collectors will want this. Once again, will they want it right now? Will they buy it up? Will it go up in value immediately? No. No, 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 no. These cards are still going to go lower from what you're looking at. And they're already dirt cheap. How? Let's think about that. Think about that. That's ridiculous. Necros of Aridblare is level 70. That's crazy. Raven True Lanus, another card, which was worth a good amount of cash. Okay, looking at the Ultra Rare out of Wing Race is still roughly around $15. This other version, which is still the same rarity, the Ultra Rare rarity, is $2. That's absolutely insane. Like, you don't understand. Looking at this, I've never really seen anything tank this fast, this hard. I think even Maximum Gold stood value for a little bit longer before going to the prices going on right now. I think even the 2020 Megatons had a couple of days of hype, of value hype, maybe even up to a week before they went down settled. Ghost in the Past hasn't even settled yet, and the prices look like a set that's been around for about a month or two. It's really that insane. Look at the other cards. And once again, I'm talking about these cards because I think Tribute Atlantis, Media Black Comet Dragon is definitely decent cards. Cards you do want to pick up if you are looking to make some value out of this set. Not short term, but like maybe mid to long term. Obviously, my favorite card in this set, as far as like reprint value, which is insane, is always going to be E-Telly. That card is so good. The other versions of the cards are so much money, but you don't go in and buy it. I mean, you don't go and buy it for $2.50. You buy it at $1. And it's more than likely you're going to be hitting $1 relatively soon. So just wait for that. Why buy double the price now when you go be patient and buy and get more of a card? So keep an eye on that E-Telly. I'm just looking at this set, like I said. Come on, there's other cards to talk about in a bit in the market watch. But once again, Avalon's dirt cheap. I'm actually really excited about this deck core. In fact, to be honest with you, I might just buy every single deck core. Maybe should we do Dragoonies? Maybe Dragoonies. But I might buy every other deck core in Ghost in the Past because it's insanely cheap. There's a lot of other great cards in here as well. New Fairy Tales come on here. I'm not sure how they're going to go, but it's 97 cents. Am I going to complain? Nope. Dangerous Thunderbird, 75 cents. That's another phenomenal card. It should not be 75 cents. Cosmic Dark Lady is 50 cents, as well as Tin Can being 60 cents. By the way, Dark Lady did come out of Secret Rare, so this will be the lower value. But in the case of Tin Can, watch this. Tin Can, 60 cents out of Ghost in the Past. Day one prices. Oh, 70 cents. Watch me. If you want the original print Breakers of Shadows, it's $11. The reason I'm excited about all this, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens, is because this is a story in which we have two paths. There are two alternate universes. In Universe A, the price of Tin Can original print, as well as the price of a lot of these cards, tanks down to a very low price point, because who's going to buy Ultra Rare Tin Cans out of Breakers of Shadows when you get the same Ultra Rare Rarity version of the card at 60 cents from Ghost in the Past? So the Ultra Rare will go down to adjust to the price. These prices will adjust, okay? You're looking at these prices, these are unadjusted right now, okay? Unerected. These will come erect. Now, listen. Look at the Cosmic Tin Can out of Breakers of Shadows. This has to go down, right? In Universe B, the opposite happens. Whereas everybody holding Breakers of Shadows Cosmic Tin Can are like, I'm not selling. And everybody in Ghost in the Past is like, oh, please, massa, take my Cosmo Tin Can. Here's what happens. Eventually, people stop listing Cosmo Tin Can in Ghost in the Past. They don't have no more, okay? 200, 300, 500, a zillion copies. People in Breakers of Shadows is like, yeah, I don't care about you. I'm still hanging out with the Lamborghini with the boys. Here's what happens. The Ultra Rare Cosmo Tin Can eventually slowly rises. It doesn't happen immediately. It doesn't happen in like a week. It doesn't happen whenever. It just slowly rises. And we see an Ultra Rare card that at one point in this game was 60 cents become $3, $5. It's not $11. That's the peak at which the Ultra Rare version of Ghost in the Past can rise to. But we can see that happen. So I'm really interested to see how this story plays out. Looking at a lot of other cards, like Madoche Pudding Sets, a 75-cent card, which is absolutely ludicrous. The common version, and I talked about this in the past too, the common version of Madoche Pudding Sets, roughly around $5. I mean, there's just so many other cards in this set that's absolutely ridiculous. And they're already, like, these cards are already so dirt cheap, it's insane not to think what to go in and buy. I mean, Salvage is a great card. Even though we haven't had water support in this game for a very long time, Salvage is a very good card for any kind of deck that was running water support. Looking at Salvage and Ghost in the Past, it's an ultra rare. And if you look at the high versions, they're only the Duelist League rares, the Legendary Collection super rares. Ideally, the ultra rare from Ghost in the Past would be the highest rarity of Salvage. Generic water support card. Why would you not pick this card up? It makes no sense. You should. Look at the rest of the cards in the set. Once again, I'm trying to go through everything as efficiently, as fast as possible. And if you guys have a card in this set that you're looking at, that you feel like is a good card, comment down below, let me know. Which card do you like and why? Look at the rest of the cards. Excuse me. Looking at the rest of the cards in the set, another great card is a Monarch Erupts. That card had a super rare rarity forever, and now we have an ultra rare rarity that goes in the past. Yes, the Monarchs aren't doing nothing now, but if you actually Yu-Gi-Oh play like myself, who's been playing Yu-Gi-Oh forever, day one, they'll tell you. We'll all tell you. Monarchs has always been around in this game. It's inevitable Konami's going to make another deck that revolves around tributing monsters. It's inevitable. So looking at Monarch Erupts, yeah, this will see play one day. No doubt in my mind. Currently 20 cents on the market. Let's see what else we got here. Sarayu. I don't like this card. Because why would you want to buy this card when you could buy Dark Dual Story Sarayu? Now, the problem is, Everyone's getting wise to this, and they're slowly starting to pick this card up. It currently is worth $20 in the market, but it can rise higher in the market. Why would you say that? Because it's from Dark Duel Stories, like the most expensive promos in this game. The most expensive card, arguably in this game, DDS Blue Eyes, is in that well, promo set. Look at the rest of the cards over here. We have a bunch of phenomenal cards, guys. Like, let's see. You got the extra Metaphor cards, a higher rarity, Heretic Seal from the Ashes, which, to be honest with you, no, you get the secret rare. This one you don't need. But the Styles, the Mega Monarch, finally getting a reprint after, was it 7 years or 6 years? I'm gonna say 2014. Am I right? No, 2015. Okay, the Styles, the Mega Monarch, getting a reprint after 6 years is actually a big deal. Yes, there's high rarities, but if you're looking to get any version of the high rarities, whether it's in Primal Origin or 2015 Megaton, well, that's going to run you roughly around $11. Or you can spend 20 cents and get an Ultra Rare Thestalos. Like, pretty good. Laval Dragon, that goes from the past, is another phenomenal card. I think it's going to be overlooked. It's for the Laval Archetype, and it's only a nickel. A nickel. Anything like this, I mean, you could buy whatever now, I guess so, because, like, can you go lower than this? And the crazy thing about these cards is, people listening to these cards are only doing two things. One of two things. I like a nickel. One, you're listening to this card on TCG Play in hopes that people will buy other cards from your store and pile it in. It's not a bad idea. It's probably going to work for a lot of these sellers. Two, if people buy the card individually on TCG Player, even with the 78 cents, 79 cents, you'll probably lose money. The stamp will cost you, and shipping will cost you way more than actually sending out the card. But are people going to do it? Yes. Why? Because they bought a lot of Ghosts in the past. Looking at the rest of the cards in this set, I mean, it's just absolutely ludicrous how the fact that Dragon Knight Draco Equeast is the lowest price card, allegedly, in this set right now. The Ultra Rare from Ghosts in the Past is roughly around 11 cents. Now, yes, there's a bunch of rarities of the card, including Ghost Rare, but being the fact that the card is so dirt cheap right now as an Ultra Rare, it's not a bad buy if you don't own the card already. Now, excuse me, out of Ghosts in the Past, we're looking at, where is it? Here's what? There it is. Black Soldier Chaos. Obviously, it got a reprint in the set, right? $455 market price. It's down to be roughly around $400, and I think this card's still fighting a stabilization price point. In case anyone doesn't know what that means, when cards come out, they have immediate hype, obviously, when they list on TCG Play and the pre-sale prices. Eventually, they releases, the cards more than likely go down. It's really rare to go up, by the way. They more than likely go down, and because everyone's throwing the cards on TCG Play, because they're trying to sell and get $400 for the card, and eventually, the amount of people throwing the card does not equate to the amount of people that are buying the card. Also, you factor in the fact that maybe nobody's buying the card, but nobody's really opening Ghosts in the Past, rightfully so. So the card kind of has what's called a stabilization price point. It could be $405.99. It could be $405.98. It could be $200. We've seen it all. Or, after a while, you get players that are not looking to buy $400 on Black Soldier Chaos, the price actually can rise in value. That could only be done if we see people stop listing these cards on TCG Player. Is that going to happen? No. People bought this at $1,500 a set. That is the opposite of what's going to happen. Even more so, which I find maybe ironic, but kind of like makes sense, is the fact that Secret Rare Black Soldier Chaos, out of Battle's Legends Heroes Revenge, the Secret Rare, at one point was like $90 when the announcement came of this version, went as low as $85, or was it $75? Anyway, looking at the market price, the market price of the card's roughly around $100, and looking at over here at TCG Player, it's roughly around $107. By the way, after that one has sold, it goes to $125 for Black Luster Soldier! Yeah, Konami, thanks for the reprint. Can you do me a favor? Can you not do me any favors anymore? Like, had Konami made this card an Ultra Rare reprint and Ghost in the Past, instead of a Ghost Rare reprint, the value of the Secret Rare version of Black Soldier Chaos would ideally go down in value. It might go down in value with the announcement, it might go down in value in a month, 2 months, 3 months from now, but ideally, it would go down in value. Being the fact that the card got a Ghost Rare reprint, and the Ghost Rares are more likely hard to find, one per case, I'm hearing, the value of the Secret Black Soldier can literally exist in its own bubble, away from the Ghost Rare version of Black Luster Soldier of Chaos. That's kind of insane. And the fact that this is happening, you just could have had other Ghost Rares, Konami. You just, like, there could have been other Ghost Rares you could have did, like Infinite Permanents, Astral Joy Spring. You could give us those Ultimate Rares. Is that what you're doing? Pretty nice of you. You could have made it Turtle Attack the Talents. You could have grabbed any other card, literally any other card that wasn't already hyped, and we could have not seen this card be at its crazy high price points. With that said, I like Black Soldier Chaos Ghost Rare. I might buy one eventually, but not at $400. No. This is settling. This pie is still cooking down. All right, let's talk about the market, because I think we already had our fun. Underworld Gods of the Closed World coming out of Blazing Vortex. At one point in this game was like $35. Looking at the market price, it's roughly around $25. And looking at here on TCG Players, it's actually down to about $24. I know some people in the comment section of my videos are going to be like, V, I play Underworld Gods in my XYZ, whatever the deck is called, and I make sure that I go into it at least once per week, 2 weeks, month. Listen, that's great. I'm really proud you used the card. Seriously, look at me. I'm proud of you. You right there? You're gonna stick on the fridge. Go ahead and slap it on there. Realistically, this card's not seen in meta decks. Once again, before you type V, I'm a meta player. We're talking like the LCS, the Extravaganza, like events. We're not seeing this card see any play in. Even though this card is a kind of a waifu, and to be honest with you, out of all the waifus in this game, looks kind of cool. I like the dress, I like the artwork. I actually like this card a lot, and would love to see a playmat of Underworld Goddess. I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players would love to. But this card's a Link 5, that if it was a Link 4, would definitely see meta play. Link 5, it just doesn't. The value of this card is dropping in value. I will say I did buy one. I got my copy already, so I'm excited because I do like this card. I love the artwork, but it's not a meta-relevant card. Here's the question. Is there any potential chance for this card to become a meta-relevant card in the future? Comment down below and let me know what you guys think about that. As you want to play Virtual World, well, they're on sale by the meta. Virtual Mahima Ludo out of Phantom Rage has a $14 market price. The value is roughly around, well, $14 for this card. When this card was up in value, it stood for a long time, roughly around $20. Why is it going down? Because Virtual World is a one-trick pony, even though it has a great trick it does. It also has a really good mid-range against a lot of decks in the meta, and a lot of decks still struggle with Virtual World, but it can get outpaced by literally the entire meta. I feel like if you're looking to play Virtual World right now, you either better know what you're doing, but more importantly, you better know the meta you're playing against, because a lot of you players know what you're doing and know what you want to do. Fallen of Albaz is a card out of Rise of the Duel Secret Rare with a $26 market price that has risen to $29. Why? Don't get me wrong, you're going to say, V, there's support with Fallen Albaz, and the support looks good. Is it though? Is it worth $29 for an Albaz good? I don't know. I'm going to argue no. I'm not sure. I think Rise of the Duels is going to get reprinted in Megatins. So whoever's buying this card at $29, you have a couple of months to enjoy it before it has a reprint. Then we have Pot of Extravagance. Pot of Extravagance has really been rising in value for probably about a week, maybe 2 weeks. And I think the reason why is because everybody was excited about Pot of Prosperity, and then people, the hype kind of died down. Those who own the card not selling the card, those who played with the card that don't want the card have gotten rid of it already, and they're looking for alternative cards to use. And one of those cards is Pot of Extravagance. Now, let me just stop you right there, anyone who in the comment section below, anyone who tries to go, Pot of Extravagance, Pot of Prosperity is basically the same card. These are completely different cards with completely different rule sets. I just want to stop that because I always feel like a lot of people always kind of equate these cards. The only thing these cards have in common is they ban from an extra deck, and then you put a period at the end of that sentence because it's literally the biggest thing they have in common. Everything else is different. And in certain decks, Pot of Extravagance is better than Pot of Prosperity. In other decks, Pot of Prosperity is better than Pot of Extravagance. That's how it is. And that's that simple. But looking at Pot of Extravagance, we are seeing the fact that this card is slowly rising in value. If you're looking at specifically the Secret Rare, by the way, if you're looking at about a Secret Rare at a Savage Strike with a $30 market price, the value is roughly around $39, almost near $40 for Secret Rare, original print, Pot of Extravagance. Now you're like, V, it got a Prismatic in the Megatins. Sure it did. With a $30 value, the card is actually still roughly around $30. So even though Prismatic Secret ideally is higher than regular Secret, people still want the original print versions. And I always find that really interesting. Another card I find interesting for Pot of Extravagance, specifically Savage Strike, is the fact that it happened again with Borlo Savage Dragon. Borlo Savage Dragon, original print as Savage Strike with a $16 market price, almost $17, is roughly around $20 for Borlo Savage Dragon. Now, if you want the other version, no big deal. You can still get this 2020 10 Lost Memories version of the card, being roughly around $17. That version is still roughly around $17, if you're lucky, $18. So I think the real question is, why is the original prints, even in an ultra rare rarity, higher and more valuable than the Prismatic Secrets? And the answer is kind of simple. When Savage Strike first came out, I don't think Konami really had enough of the set to go around, so the prices were inflated immediately. Cards like Fantastical Dragon Phantasme were hitting and stabilizing at $120. We're kind of seeing this happen right now with Triple Tactics Talents, but that's a whole different story. Looking at the 2020 Megatons, though, when Borderlands Savage came out, Konami realized that everybody wants this card. Everyone needs this card. So Konami is like, yo, just make a lot of Borderlands Savage Dragons. Make a lot of people feel like they won the lottery. And for those who opened this card, they got excited, and they kind of won the lottery for that, tin. And that's why we saw that value went up. But the amount of players holding original print first edition Borderlands Savage Dragon at a Savage Strike, well, there's not many of them. So the value, the amount of availability of the original print is harder to find, thereby the prices. All right, next, Planet Patrols. I always like to mention deck core at least once a week, if not once a video. And I think Planet Patrols coming with the new set coming out, new support coming out, one card, definitely is going to be a deck that you have to know what it does. Personally speaking, I still have zero idea what this deck does. Absolutely zero idea what Planet Patrol does. I don't know what it does. I got to learn this deck. I actually bought and owned the deck core. I just don't know. But with that said, I think Planet Patrol is a deck everybody has to learn and respect, even though I don't know what it does. Because if it's getting a new support card, it's probably going to be coming to a locals near you, so you better read up on these cards, just so we know how to beat it. That's all. That's literally what it comes down to. I just, okay. Then we have Shiranui Solitaire. Why is this card always worth money? It gets a reprint, it goes for like $1, and it just sees everybody that owns it, and they go, I don't want this card. It sold it for like a buck, whatever. And then the card goes, all right, no one's looking. All right, value. Because even a common version as Shiranui Solitaire at a structure like Zombie Horde with a $5 market price is still roughly around $5 for a common. If you want a higher rarity version, the other ultra rares, by the way, are roughly around $7 to $8 respectively for Shiranui Solitaire. Do you own some? Then we have El Shaddoll and Winda, and this kind of blew my mind. Original print El Shaddoll Winda out of Duelist Alliance with a $3 market price. Well, if you want a first edition version, that's roughly around with shipping, $20 for Winda. Now, if you want a first edition unlimited, no big deal, it's $3. But if you want you want unlimited, it's $3. First edition, roughly around $20 for Winda. Do you play the original print Windas? I personally like the newer version of Windows coming out of shops of Valhalla Secret Rare. I think it's cleaner. I think the card looks more like the artwork wise alone. Look at the difference. Like it looks like more like she's jumping at you, and I kind of like that. And I know there's a whole thing about original print versus the higher rarity. We just talked about with Borderlands Savage Dragon, but there's a lot of cards that are in that kind of boat. Like a lot of cards. And looking at El Shaddoll Window shops for Valhalla Secret Rare, it's roughly around like $4 if you are looking to get this version. But I really do like this version more. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Then we have El Shaddoll Shakanaga. I love this card. This card had a new challenge. This is the Ultimate Rare version. It also came out Secret Rare. With a $22 market price. The unlimiteds are already at $39. First editions are roughly around $44. Now, I'm going to have an updated Shaddoll deck list coming out today. I played in remote duels yesterday. And in the remote duels I played with, Shakanaga basically carried me. I just hopped on the throne, and it spread wings, and we just flew to a dub with this one card. I think this card's heavily on the value right now in the game. I think a lot of people don't understand why this card's good, but I'll sum it up real quickly. If you're playing Shaddoll, one of the hardest matchups you gotta play against is Mega Clops. That's probably the hardest matchups. Decks like Numeron can go into a turn 1 easily. Other decks like Zudek Eldritch can also go into this relatively easily, turn 1 sometimes. And that can kind of end the games against us. Mega Clops is an Earth monster. It's easy to go into a poly in a Shaddoll variant. I think we can agree on that. So looking at Shakanaga, if you can super poly Shakanaga, you can get rid of your opponent's Mega Clops and still win that game. Shakanaga also having the built-in ability to negate monster effects that your opponent's special monster activates by discarding a Shaddoll card, really good. And if you lose your Shakanaga, it has the same effect like Winda and Construct, meaning you can add Shaddoll spawn trap card from your graveyard to your hand. This card's insane, this card's broken, and I don't think the whole Yu-Gi-Oh! Playbase realizes it up until yesterday when we was doing it on stream, and we had a bunch of guys watching us and more than likely buying the card. And if you haven't bought the card already, I think the card's going to keep going higher in value as time goes on. Also, once again, if you're playing Shaddolls, POV, Black Soldier Chaos also beats the crap out of us. You're playing against us, all you gotta keep doing is making a gain attack. We don't have an answer. Okay, we just don't. Except Shakanaga. That's our answer, because your guy's Earth, and our guy's Earth, and our guy says, yo, you got an Earth monster for me, bro? No, I'm not targeting it. I guess I just kind of need it. So Shakanaga's good. And one more reason to sell you on Shakanaga, if you are playing against any variant of Zodiac anything, they're all Earth monsters. Shakanaga just needs an Earth monster. I'm playing a Shaddoll monster. So all you do, says Shaddoll monster, says Super Poly, they summon, they're thinking they're going to go into whatever, you let them into the battle phase with that board bow, and you see them all excited, and then you Shakanaga them. It's just, you're just breaking their spirit. Next, guys, we have Dual Saga, and I really like Dual Saga, and this is why I feel like Ghost in the Past has value. Dual Saga is a set when it came out, everything was pretty much gone. That it had immediate value, and it was really short-term lived because everyone bought this crap out of the set, and everything was dirt cheap. Looking at Dual Saga right now, Blue Star Dragon being $19, Rescue Cat, and you can say Blue Star Dragon V is because of the TV show, and I'm with you on that. Collector's TV show, yes, 100%, you the man. Rescue Cat, though? You can say, well, Bird Up, okay. Master Hero Dark Law? Well, heroes. But do you understand what we're doing here? We're particularly pointing out a card, and we're giving a reason for every card, and then looking at Black Soldier, Ghost in the Past. We can kind of do the same thing. Can we do it as efficiently as Dual Saga? No. I did not say that. We definitely cannot. But it's definitely a reason to go in and start buying some of the cards in Dual Saga singles-wise, than just going and saying it's a bad set and waiting for the cards to spike on value and go, oh, no, I'll grab them now. Like, that makes no sense. We also have another set that's kind of like this as well, Legendary Collection Kaiba. This is another set that's kind of the same thing. When this set first came out, don't get me wrong, Ash Blossom Joy Spring, cleaned out. Drawn Lockbird, cleaned out. But everything else, not really. But now looking at Legendary Collection Kaiba, the Blue Eyes White Dragon card is roughly around $15. Once again, V Collectors, okay, cool. Delinquent Duel, $21. V, go, like we're putting a card and finding reasons where the card can fit in. And I think we can do the same thing like I did in the beginning of this video for Ghost in the Past, where like you can pick cards, and they're not, once again, these cards are not hundreds of dollars, but at one point, these cards were like $1, 50 cents. And now we're seeing cards like Cards of Consonance. Nobody's even playing this card. It's $6. Dragon Vivine, Secret Rare, even though I like the Super Rare, that's $6. Terraforming, Dragon Master Knight, Polymerization, Beals. Like, these cards are money. And they're not, once again, we're not talking about big money here. We're talking about at one point in this game, these cards were like 50 cents to $1, and then see them at $6 or $7. And I do think that can happen with Ghost in the Past when done correctly, if you evaluate the market correctly. And like I said, check me out in my next video, and I'll talk about how we can go and start buying these cards. We don't do it yet, we wait. These cards are going crazy. Never stop your enemy when they're making a mistake, as Sun Tzu would say. Wait. We wait for these cards to go even lower. And then we go in like a sniper, and we tag and bag a bunch of cards for dirt cheap prices, and put them in our BCW boxes. If you guys don't have any of these boxes, if you don't have any of these boxes, get them. This one's labeled Yu-Gi-Oh! Bulk. I'm not sure if you can see that. But get these. These are your best friend. You can label them by sets. So you can label them with Yu-Gi-Oh! Ghost in the Past. Slap them in your little card house if you have one of those. And just chill out and forget about it. Unless you need it for yourself for personal reasons, for your deck. You leave it there until we see cards sporadically going up in value. Like we didn't see in Legendary Collection Kaiba. And like we did see in Dual Saga. That's the best way to analyze and make money off this market. Make money off everyone else's mistakes that bought into the sealed market by taking advantage of the dirt cheap prices that are available right now. Well, technically within a week, because they're going to all... Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, and comment down below. Answer that comment question of the day. Also, if you guys want to check me out on Twitch as I beast mode on everybody by playing Shaddoll and Invoke, no Dogmatica, and I'll give you my reasons later on today's video. Go ahead and follow me on Twitch in the description down below. It's your boy Veen, YGOPaisanos. You boys all have a great day.